Good morning, everybody, and welcome to my channel and welcome to this week's workout. This is the Saturday surprise workout. We just do a different workout every Saturday. Today we are going to be doing an upper body and core workout using dumbbells. A lot of these exercises can be completed using a resistance band, and a lot of these exercises can be done sitting in a chair or using a chair for support if you need to. Some of the exercises that are on the floor, such as the chest press and the chest fly, you can absolutely modify and do those standing by using a resistance band and placing it behind your back. So if you just have a resistance band, most of these exercises can be done with that particular piece of equipment. Otherwise, I recommend grabbing a couple different sizes of dumbbells if you have that option. Heavier for things like chest and back, and then lighter for things like rear delt and shoulders and triceps. So just kind of keep that in mind as we're going through this workout. We're going to do a little bit of a warm-up, and then we're going to do we've got 5 circuits. There are going to be 3 exercises in each circuit. We're going to do 45 seconds work, 15 seconds rest for 2 rounds. So if you really need to, you can always do round 1 on the right side and round 2 on the left side. But I encourage you to try to do both sides, both arms for both sets. So you're going to get that higher volume compared to right side, left side. But I know that if your shoulders and your back are just not feeling it today, something is always better than nothing. But let's go ahead and get started with our workout. Let's bring it in the center, feet hip width apart. And we're just going to have soft knees, and we're already going to start focusing on bracing our core. So we're just going to focus on starting to wake up the chest, the back, the shoulders, and the arms. And then we're also going to be using our core through this entire workout. So when I say we're doing core work, we are doing some core work, some basics with some crunches, but we're also using our core through the entire workout. All right, let's bring the arms down, shoulders down and back, ear to shoulder, side to side. So think about shoulders down and back, and we're just tilting our ear towards our shoulder. We carry a lot of tension up in our neck. My neck popped this morning. I was hoping it would have popped last night. Got a little tension right at the base of my neck, but I did get it to loosen up a little bit this morning. Good, 2. Let's bring the head up. We're going to pull the shoulders down, look to the right, and then look to the left. So slow and steady. Think about keeping your chin pulled back just a little bit so our ears are staying right over our shoulders. So just nice, good side to side. Good. Here's 2 and 1. Bring it into the center. We're just going to shrug up and down, up and down. So it's just a lift and a lower. So I want you to feel that tension in your traps. That's where we carry a lot of it. So I want you to lift it, and then I want you to kind of relax it. 2. We're going to keep the shrug and lower, but we're going to shrug, and then I want you to pull your shoulder blades down and back into your back pocket. Shrug up, down and back. Shrug, down and back. Shrug, down and back. Now we're going to make it a little bit more of a roll. We're shrugging up, but we're still taking the shoulder blades down and back into your back pocket. So it's a squeeze back and a pull down towards your hips. 2, bring it into the center. Shoulders relax. Breathe it in. Exhale, reach it back. So breathe it in, reach it back. Lift. So I'm bracing my core here. My ribs are tucked. I'm really working on just waking up my shoulders. So nice, good reach forward. Nice, good reach back. Good. Let's take the arms up overhead, palms facing forwards. Now we're going to think about keeping our back in the back of our hand facing a wall, or if it's touching the wall, or if you're on your back, think about snow angels. Good. 4, 3, 2. All right, let's take those arms out in front, hinge it forwards. Nice, good deadlift position. We're going to open and close our books right here. Starting to wake up the back a little bit. Open, close, close. We're gonna be in this hinged position for the first 3 exercises. So just kind of keep that in mind. Good, 4, 3, 2, hold it in the center. We're gonna take our arms down. We're gonna rotate so that our palms are facing back towards our knees. Drive the elbows out to the side. Lift, 2, down, 2. This is one of our exercises today. And I want you to get a little bit of practice in before we add dumbbells. So we want to make sure that we're not pulling up to our armpits and we're not shrugging our shoulders up by our ears. Long neck. Drive the elbows back. You lead with your arms. Bring it all the way up. We're going to march, little bicep curls. This is another one of our exercises today. We're going to do a double-handed bicep curl with 2 marches and then take it back down again. 4, 3, hamstring curls, tricep, press it back. So we're going to think about those elbows. We're going to bend and straighten, working the back of the arm. 8, 7, here's 4, 3, bring those knees back up, add a little rotation. Shoulder towards the opposite hip. If you don't want to rotate, you're just going to do a nice wide march. Good, 4, 3, back to our curls. We're going to take our hand over towards our opposite heel. If you can, palms facing forwards, reach it back. 8, 7, 4, 3, tap it out to the side right here. Swing the arms across the front. Think about wiping off the table. 4, 3, 2. All right, bring it into the center. Forward step, drive the elbows back. I want you to really focus on the back and on the squeeze. 4, 3, 2. Bring it in the center. Just big breath in right here. Exhale. Good, big breath. Out. Couple more. In. Last one. Bring it in, shake it out, wiggle those fingers, roll the shoulders, grab a quick drink of water. We're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to grab a medium to heavy set, and then I'm going to grab a lighter set. So what we're going to do is the first exercise is going to be an iso hold row. So we're going to take our shoulders down and back, brace our core, hinge it forward. You're going to pull and really squeeze the shoulder blades together. Then one arm goes down and then comes back up. The challenge is to keep that squeeze the entire time for the side that's not going down. Second exercise is our wide rear delt rows. And then our third exercise, this is back. We're going to hinge it forwards and we're going to lift it up and then take it back down again. So we're going to do kind of an I or a Y. Focus is going to be back of the shoulders for those second and third exercises. Let's grab our medium to heavy dumbbells for rows in 4, 3, 2, 1. So just nice good squeeze. Hinge it forward. Drive it up. Lower, lift, lower, lift. So we're bracing our core here. We're keeping that squeeze. So the muscle that's not lowering, so the arm that's not lowering, you should feel that muscle squeezing in the mid-back and right around your shoulder blades. So nice good hinge. So you want to keep it. So we start getting tired and our arm starts getting lower and lower. Keep it up there. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Going for our wide rear delt row. So it's a wide row, elbows out to the side, palms facing back behind you, going for the back of the shoulder. Here's 3, 2, and 1. So up, 2, down, 2, up, up, down, down. You want to control it on the way up and the way down. Try to keep a 2-2 rhythm. If you want to do a 3-3, that's okay. Lift, lift, lower, lower. I grabbed 5s, and I'm very glad that I didn't go any heavier. Long neck, shoulders down, elbows out to the side, lift, lift, lower, lower. Good, 3, 2, and 1. This next exercise, option 1, body weight. Option 2, very light dumbbells. And I forgot to say, for any of you that are using an Apple Watch or are tracking this, I'm doing traditional strength training. Here we go. So brace the core, lift, and lower. Good. If you need to, lift it on one side, take it down, lift it on the other. This is one that definitely is a lot more challenging than you think it is. Again, I grabbed 3s, and I definitely feel like that is plenty. Lift, elbows stay straight. So a lot of times we bend our elbows to swing it up there. Straight arms, working back of the shoulder, working a little bit of lats here as well. Good, 4, 3, 2, 1. Short rest. It's really short. It's that 15 seconds. We're going right back through those 3 exercises again. So if you're starting to feel this in your back, I want you to make sure you're bracing your core. Good, time is on. So belly's in, hold it up, down, lift, down, lift. Keep those dumbbells close to your body. So each circuit kind of focuses on one main body part. So this first round, we're getting our back out of the way right at the beginning. I'm definitely feeling this one today. 8 seconds. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. All right, wide rear delt. Wide rear delt. So kind of brace the core, shoulders down and back, hinge it forward right here, palms facing back, lift, lower, lift, and lower. I wanted to go too fast. I'm trying to slow it down. It's really challenging, especially when you start getting tired. We like to start to lift and use those trap muscles. We let the big ones take over. Good, and bring it in, keep going. So I feel it a little bit in my mid-back. Not a bad thing, but give myself a little break, come back up and finish again. Good, 10 seconds. This is probably gonna be the hardest circuit today. 3, 2, and 1, bring it in. Little shakeout. We're going to go for those Y exercises. I put IY, but for the most part, I'm going for I or for Y. So shoulders down and back. We're going to hinge it forward. Open up the hands. Hinge right here. Lift, lower, lift, lower. So I'm trying to be nice to my one shoulder and not force it. I have issues with the long head of my bicep wanting to pop out of the groove that it rests in. Got my one shoulder mostly fixed, but my other shoulder is now being fussy. And I think I just got it back in, so I'm trying to be really careful here. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, shake it out, walk around, grab a quick drink. It's probably one of the more challenging circuits for today, at least with coming and getting that back woken up right off the start. So roll your shoulders, grab yourself a break. Next round we have shoulders. We're gonna do Arnold presses. So palms facing in, show me your elbows, rotate, and we're going to take it up and out. So you look at your nails and then you open and then you show me your nails and you press. Second exercise, arms are out to the side, down, lift, down, lift. Last exercise, plank. We're gonna do shoulder taps. You can just hold a traditional plank and you're good to go. If you want to, incline plank, against a wall, against a countertop, on your stairs, we're golden. Again, I'm gonna go a little bit lighter. I can usually do 15s, but for Arnold's, I gotta go lighter. 45 seconds, 3, 2, and 1. So bring it in, brace the core, tuck the ribs, soft knees. We're gonna rotate and bring it down. Rotate and bring it down. Now, if you need to, you can do little rotations and bring it to a neutral spine position. But I want you to at least try to open it maybe to the corner. Does not have to open all the way back and out to the side. So if you can kind of see the difference here, and I'm letting my elbows drop, but corner and corner, or can you open it out to the side and then back down? Here's 2 and 1. Side shoulder lowers. I am definitely going light for these. You're definitely going to feel it. I have 5s. That might even be too heavy for me today. 2 and 1. So lower and lift. Lower and lift. And you're like, holy cow, this is way too much. But you've got the lightest weights that you have. Bring it in, down, and up. But watch my hand position. I'm keeping my arms nice and parallel to the floor, keeping that 90-degree position at my elbow. So this is a little bit of a shorter lever. I'm going to keep this with my 5s. Next round, I'm going to drop to my 3s. I'm going to drop down. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plank with shoulder taps. So we're getting some muscle strengthening of your shoulders here. You can be on your hands and knees. You can be hands and knees here, bracing your core. Good. Time's on. You can be in a knee plank, wider stance. Tap the shoulder, tap the shoulder. Make it a little bit harder. You're going to come up on your toes. But even if you are here and you are on hands and knees, for some of you, this is a challenge, and that's all right. There's nothing wrong with having to be on hands and knees right now. But then all you have to do is walk your hands a little bit farther forwards, make it a little bit harder, and then walk your hands a little bit farther forwards, and now you're in a knee plank. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back up to standing. If you're on the floor, we're going back. Arnold press, round number 2. So pull the ribs down towards the hips, soft knees. Keep that body position. Here we go. So rotate and down. Rotate and down. Definitely going to be feeling this next week, probably on Monday when we go through boot camp, we go through class. Good. 15 seconds. So the hard part with this is to try to keep those elbows up. I know when I start getting tired, my elbows drop down like this, so try to keep them up. 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbells down, switching. I'm going with my 3s because this is hard. This is a lot of shoulders right off the bat. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Shoulders down and back. So you're setting your shoulders. Lower and lift. I'm absolutely feeling this today, and if you are too, give yourself a break. So if your technique starts to get sketchy, or you're starting to feel like your traps are taking over and your shoulders aren't doing the work anymore, you rest and then you start back up again. So down, lift, down, lift. 7 seconds. Here's 2 and 1. Bring it in. Plank with shoulder taps. I don't have to get out my 5-pound dumbbells very much anymore. Or my 3 pounds, I should say. So this is your incline option right here. You're still going to hold that good position. So notice I'm not letting my ears drop between my elbows. If you're here because you're trying to get lower, you may need to find an item that's lower that you can put your hands on, because this going back isn't going to get a good shoulder position. So we're here, and then maybe you can walk your hands down your wall or find a chair or a step stool that's lower. Stairs are a great way to do this if you feel comfortable doing it. You start at a high stair and then you work your way down. 8 seconds. 2 and 1. Carefully bring yourself back up. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Grab a quick drink. We're going to move on circuit number 3. We have biceps and we have triceps. We're going to do traditional bicep curl, palms facing forwards. We're going to do an up 2, down 2 rhythm. Then we're going to do tricep kickbacks. And then we're going to do hammer curls. We curl it up. We do 2 marches, take it down, curl it up. 2 marches, take it down. This is where we're starting to incorporate that core. Again, I'm going to go a little bit lighter here. 45 seconds, regular bicep curls in 3, 2, and 1. So we're right here. We're going to bring it up, 2, down, 2, up, up, down, down. Soft knees, a little bit of a tail feather tuck. Core is braced. Elbows are staying pointing down. Sometimes we bring it up here and then we lift. That's going to add in shoulders. We've already done lots of shoulders, so let's give them a rest. Good. Up, 2, down, 2. Lift and lower. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. We're going to go for tricep kickbacks. And I don't know if you can see, my pinky is touching the head of my dumbbell. I'm going to keep my hand in that position. Shoulders down and back. I'm going to hinge it forwards, lift it up to the finish. Back and in. So back, squeeze, in, back. Squeeze, in. So nice slow rhythm. In. Good extension. If you get a little tired, alternate right, left. That's what I always tell everybody. Instead of stopping, if you can, either lighten the load or try alternating. You get that extra little bit of a break. Good, 10 seconds. Good, 3, 2, and 1. All right, hammer curl. We're going to do double curl, double march, and then we're going to take the arms back down again. So you're going to bring it up, march, march, and down. Here we go. Up, march, march, and lower. So palms facing in, hammer curl. Bring it up, 2 marches and down. Curl it up, stabilize, 2 marches, and down. Curl, lift, lift, lower. So elbows are staying pretty close to the floor, pointing down, versus letting them pop up. I can move forward a little bit. I really just think, curl it up, lift, lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Dumbbells down, short rest. Shake it out. We got bicep curls. Going back to the beginning. Round number 2. Here's 2 and 1. So we're gonna bring it up, 2, down, 2. And I'm already feeling this. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with going a little bit lighter. There's nothing wrong with alternating right, left. So I am feeling the burn today. I usually don't do a lot of circuits like this where it's almost all the same muscle group. I usually try to break it up a little bit. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. A little bit of a shakeout. We're going to do those triceps. So grab your dumbbells. Pinky is pressing back against the end of your dumbbell. Good. Hinge it forwards. Pull it up. Take it back and in. Shoulders down and back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. We should be feeling that back from our first circuit. So back and in. If you notice it's starting to get a little easier, you notice that your arms are starting to drop down, rest, then bring those elbows back up, pointing back behind you. Back and in. 10 seconds. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Going for hammer curls and 2 marches. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Curl it up, hold it, march, and march. So think about, we just picked something up, and we got to carry it. So we're bracing the core, ears in line with your shoulders, in line with your hips, in line with your knees, nice and tall. March, march. Every time you march, think about pushing that floor down and away from you. 15 seconds. I know sometimes we start getting tired. We might start to lean back a little bit. We don't want to do that. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbells down. Walk around, grab a drink. Next 2 circuits are down on the floor. We have a chest press. We have a chest fly with a crunch. And then we're going to do a pullover with a heel lower, alternating heel lowers. And then our second circuit, we have skull crushers. And then we just have our core. We have reverse crunches and we have Russian twists. If you are standing, for your chest press, option 1, grab a band, put it behind your back. Your presses are here. Your chest flies are here. And if you want to add in the crunch, chest fly, march, and march, okay? Chest fly, adding in a couple of marches. Your second option, if you're using dumbbells, is to sit in the front of your chair and lean back. Nice, good, tall posture, but you can do an incline press and an incline fly with a knee lift if you'd like. For your pullovers, you're gonna do straight arm press backs, and you can do that with a band, one side and the other, or you can use dumbbells. For skull crushers, overhead extension, okay? Overhead extension or a different kind of kickback. Reverse crunches, you're gonna do a little bit of a lift, but I want you to think tuck and release, okay? Last exercise, Russian twists. You can do marches, or if you've done enough marching, you can just cross body reach, corner to corner, lower body stays nice and steady. So let's go ahead and take it down to the floor. I might have to grab my 8s. So don't be afraid. This is one of those workouts that all of my dumbbells are hanging out. I've got almost every dumbbell I own, up to 15 pounds, out by my hips today. So we're gonna take it down, getting ready for chest presses. 45 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So grab the dumbbells. Now your first option, this is gonna get a little bit more tricep, keep that in mind. Palms facing in, elbows close to the body. This is where you can start. But then I want you to work on opening out your arms a little bit so that you're forming the letter A with your upper body. So the point of the A is your head, your elbows are the two legs, and you draw that line from one leg to the other right across your ribs. So inhale, exhale. Nice, good push. We just don't want to do elbows straight out to the side like we did when we did our rear delt fly. We want this little bit of a press. Elbows down. Good. Bring it in. Carefully set those dumbbells to the side. We're going to go chest fly with a crunch. Chest fly with a crunch. Palms facing in, soft elbows. We're going to take it out, bring it up, and then crunch towards the ceiling. So out, two, up, two, crunch, and down. So out, up, crunch, and lower. Now, if you want to go a little faster, you can. But for that chest fly, the upper arm might come in contact with the floor. The backs of your hands should not. We're keeping that little bit of a soft bend in the elbow. Arms across over the chest. Crunch it up towards the ceiling. 8 seconds. Good. 3, 2, and 1. All right, dumbbell pullovers. I'm going to keep these two dumbbells, press them together. So this is 1 pound more than if I grabbed my single dumbbells. Low back into the floor, soft elbows, lower the dumbbells towards the floor, and then bring it right back up over your chest. End of the dumbbell heads towards the floor over your head, bring it back up. We're moving from the shoulders. So lower and lift. So feel a little stretch under the arms and then bring it back up again. Lower and lift. If you feel your ribs start to lift up off of the floor, get that low back pulled down and then try not going as far. So you don't have to get the dumbbells to touch the floor. As long as you feel that stretch, that's what we're going for. Good, bring it in, shake it out. We have one more set. I'm gonna set my light dumbbells off to the side. I'm gonna grab my heavier ones. Shoulders down and back. Carefully bring those weights up. Arms out to the side. Good, press it up and bring it down. If you want to, up, 2, down, 2. Find that rhythm. Take it down and up. Up, up, down, down. Shoulders away from the ears. Shoulder blades are in your back pocket. Good, press it up, up, down, down. 10 seconds. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully bring it in. We're gonna switch dumbbells. I go lighter for chest flies, again, because of my shoulders. So palms facing in, right over your chest. Take it out, 2, up, 2, crunch, and down. Out, up, good, lift, lift, and lower. Out, up. Out, good stretch. Squeeze the dumbbells together at the top. Crunch it up. And I forgot those pullovers. We're supposed to be doing a leg lower, aren't we? That's all right. We'll get it in this set. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, keep those dumbbells up. Now, I'm going to take my legs up 90 degrees, just like I'm in a dead bug. When I take my arms overhead towards the floor, one heel is going to drop down towards the floor and then come back up. Your time is on. So heel drop, heel lift, heel lower, heel lift. So dumbbells go towards the floor. One heel goes towards the floor. If you have a very, very, very strong core, yes, you can absolutely do both legs at the same time. But if you're doing both arms, both legs, and you're feeling like you're getting pulled and you're gonna have your ribs lift up off of the floor, I want you to drop it back down to one leg only. If you're not ready to add a leg lower and lift, hold your dead bug position. No leg movement, you're still getting core here. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. Give yourself a minute. We've got one more circuit to do. We're gonna do skull crushers. I am gonna hold one dumbbell in the middle on the handle with my hands side by side. You can do whatever feels good for you. You can hold it on the ends or you can have one dumbbell in each hand. Then we're gonna do reverse crunches and Russian twists. So my dumbbells, it's very tight to get both of my hands on there, but it's doable. It's gonna change my hand position a little bit, but let's take it all the way down. 45 seconds, skull crushers in 3, 2, and 1. So we're gonna take the arms up. Nice, good squeeze. We're gonna take it down and then bring it back up again. So down, down, up, up. So I'm kind of doing, right now because my dumbbell's a little small, I'm doing one arm a lot more than the other based on which one is really holding on to that dumbbell. But I'm gonna switch it round number 2. So down and lift. So I'm kind of using my other hand to help spot me a little bit. Down and up. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully bring the dumbbell down. Set it off to the side. We're gonna go for reverse crunches. Your first option is just a pelvic tuck and then relax. So the buns don't lift off the floor in this first option, but we're trying to keep the glutes relaxed. Bring it back up. Option 2, tuck and down. Tuck and down. I like to do backs of the hands touching the floor. Makes it so that if I am using my arms to help me, they have to really work. It's easy to push down on the floor to lift the body. We're gonna do back of the hand to the floor today. Lift, lower, nice and controlled. Lift, lower, make it harder. Lift, push the feet up towards the ceiling. Lift, push, take it back down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Russian twist. Option 1, stay on the floor. Reach for your opposite knee. A little bit more of a spine safe exercise. Option 2, bring it up. Lean it back. Little C curve right here. Take it corner, corner. Reach, reach. Make sure we're breathing. We don't want to be upright. We want to lean back at least a little bit, but we don't have to be way back here. Just a little bit of a lean back, 30, 45 degrees, and then a little bit of a turn. Now, if you don't want to do the rotations, this is awesome. You're getting some isometric work here. You're still holding it. You're not doing rotation and flexion and extension. So if you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, this is absolutely an option that you can do, where we're gonna hold or turn, turn. Rotating from the core, not just your arms. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. One more set. One more set. Quick stretch. So let's take it all the way down. Skull crushers or tricep kickback. So I'm switching which hand is the main hand on my dumbbell. Down, 2, up, 2. Down and up. Down and up. They call these skull crushers because, as you can see, with a single dumbbell especially, I'm coming right towards my forehead. So always use caution. If you're using one dumbbell in each hand, then you can do this. Just bring your dumbbell towards either side of your head versus right in the middle. Down and lift. Lower, lower, lift, lift. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up. We're going to go for our reverse crunches. So dumbbell off to the side. If you're standing, you're going to do just a little tuck. You can do a little bit of a rock. Good, time's on. So option 1, my glutes are relaxed. Nice good exhale, pubic bone comes up towards your sternum. So bring it up and relax. And we're trying to keep the glutes relaxed here. So a little tuck and release. So think abs, pull up. We don't want to pull up and push our tummies out to make that sourdough loaf. We want it to be a little bit more like a sandwich loaf. A little bit flatter, nice and neutral. Option, bring those knees in towards your chest, right here. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way up if that is your option for today. Shoulders down and back, and again, we lean back and we just make a little C curve with our tummy. So we're nice and tall, we lean, and then just a little curve, not very big. Option 1, we hold it right here. Option 2, corner, center, corner, center. Just think like when we did our open book in our warm-up, we opened our shoulder back behind us and we reached towards the opposite side, right here. Turn. I like to have my arms out. If you want to take your hands lightly behind your ears, that's actually going to make it a little bit harder because now you've got extra weight to your upper body. If you need to make it easier, bring it down and in. 15 seconds. I'm going to go a little bit faster. Reach and reach. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it into the center. Give yourself a little bit of a shakeout. Walk around if you're standing. The rest of us, I'm going to take a moment, put my equipment away, because this is again one of those workouts where almost every dumbbell that I own or that I regularly use is down on the floor. So take a moment. If you were on your back for that last circuit, I want you to come up to seated and then maybe kneeling. Give yourself a minute before you come up to standing. So the big thing is going from, lying on your back and then trying to come all the way up to standing. Occasionally that can cause issues with your blood pressure. And we do not want to be passing out. That's not fun. But let's go ahead and take it all the way down. We're just going to start by resting on our tummies. So all the way down onto the floor. We're just going to rest on our tummies, chin resting on our hands. So I'm trying to keep my toes pointing, my legs straight. My legs like to kick out to the side when I do this one. I'm trying to use those inner thighs a little bit and just relax. So every time we exhale, we're going to think about lowering the hips into the ground. So we don't want to think about relaxing our tummy and our low back in. Every exhale, you're relaxing and your hips are opening and sinking into the ground. We're going to move into scorpion. This is one you can do against a wall or in a doorway. Right arm is out to the side, 90 degrees. Left hand is right by your chest. Pull the shoulder down. Left leg, you can bend your knee. We're going to roll into that right side and that right shoulder, but we're keeping our arm all the way to our shoulder glued to the floor. I'm actually resting my head on the floor. If this is not comfortable for you, just kind of roll into that side a little bit, or you can even try bringing your knees up so they're in line with your belly button. Some people find this position a little more comfortable, a little more relaxing. Bring it into the center, same side, but now we're going to take that arm straight out to the side, palm facing down. Chest stays on the floor, roll into that shoulder. If you are really tight, you may not even need to roll. You might be good just taking your arm out to the side and just stretching, resting with your forehead on the floor, your arm extended out to the side. Release, bring it into the center. Switching sides. So we're going to take left arm 90-90, right hand by your chest, right leg we're going to bend, roll into that shoulder. So just a nice good stretch, and again, you can just bring the knees into the chest, stack them. Some people, this is more relaxing, or it just feels better in general. Bring it back into the center, taking that left arm straight out to the side, shoulder down, roll into that side. And I can definitely tell that my left arm is my goofy side. This is much looser. There's a lot less discomfort for me on this side compared to the other. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it into the center. Both hands at your chest, shoulders down. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, we're going to push ourselves up and back. Tuck the toes under, reach the arms out in front of us. We're going to go through a little bit of a flow. This is a good one to do if you have a chair or a countertop. But we're going to tuck our chin, round our spine, roll through. Wave crashing into the shore. We're going to get to a plank position. We're going to point our toes, and we're going to come to a variation of up dog or cobra. If this does not feel good for you, go all the way down so that you're resting on your tummy. Good. Take a nice deep breath in. We're going to push it up and back. And again, reach it back. Child's pose. Tuck your chin, round through the spine, roll through the shoulders. Pull the shoulders down and back, lift the head, point the toes, stretching out the hips and our abdominals. But again, shoulders down and back. Tuck the toes under, push it back, hips to heels. One more time. Tuck your chin, round your spine, roll through. Point the toes, lift the upper body. And if you're standing, sorry, I didn't forget about you. Put your hands on the shelf of your glutes and push your hips down. That's going to help push your hips forwards, and that's kind of what I want you to focus on right now. Good. Let's tuck the toes under, walk the hips back towards the heels. Find a comfortable position. I'm just going to stay kneeling. If you want to come to a seated position, a standing position, whatever feels good for you, we're just going to take that right arm up, give ourselves a nice good pat on the back right here. You can add a little extra push here or up here. Head stays neutral. Bring it down, switch it over to the other side. Give yourself a nice good pat on the back. So try to keep, and I know a lot of times with this one, we want to take our elbow out to the side. I want you to try to bring that shoulder in. Show me the back of your arm, your tricep, and show me your elbow, and then try to reach for the back of the shoulder, maybe your mid-back. Good, bring it in, roll the shoulders up, back, and down into your back pocket. Thumbs pointing forwards. Good, and now I'm going to come up to a standing position for our last couple of stretches. We're going to do those flosses, so be gentle with these ones. Shoulders down and back, elbows are straight, fingers pointing forwards, flex your hands, roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Good, change direction. Bring it up, take the arms out to the side, flex your hands, and again, shoulders down and back away from the ears. Shoulder blades are packed tight against your torso. Reach the fingers back. I feel this in my bicep and my middle finger. Change direction. Good, let's bring those arms down, shoulders down and back, ear to shoulder, side to side, and hopefully this feels a little bit looser and a little bit better than it did when we started. Bring the head up, look to one side, look to the other. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in the center. Big breath in, spread the fingers. Exhale. Good, one more time. Big breath in and out. And you are all done. So I want you to give yourself a nice good pat on the back for doing that workout with me today. That was kind of a tough one. I was not expecting it to be quite that challenging, but that's a good thing because I bet a lot of you may have realized that you're stronger than you think that you are. But even if you did have to take rest periods and take breaks, I did too. I had to take a couple of breaks on a couple of exercises. So it's learning to listen to your body and learning what works for you and what is going to keep you moving versus sitting on the couch in pain taking Tylenol or ibuprofen, right? So hope you enjoyed the workout. I hope you had a wonderful day. I hope to see you in class again. There's more information in the show notes below. Remember to subscribe and to hit that thumbs up button if you liked the workout. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you again in class. So bye.